have Drake head coach Allison Pullman, joined by Maggie Bear and Grace Berg. Allison, just make an opening statement about the game. They'll get to questions for anybody on the dais.
Yeah, wow. Just extremely, extremely proud of our group. To weather the storm, the first half I thought was definitely a grind, and we didn't necessarily get our momentum moving in the right way, and I thought second half proved to be pretty much the same thing, kind of a grind. But the timeout, when we were talking to the team when it was 47-55, when we took a timeout and just talking about kind of the adjustments that we needed to make and switching defensively, I think just it kind of lightened the moment. We were able to kind of shift a few things, have a little bit of success, and that's a very, very good Missouri State team. 2 weeks later, the exact same team. This seems to happen a lot in hoops from the Heartland, but very, very proud of the resiliency of our group.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for anybody on the dais?
You said switch defenses. What switch did you make?
She's laughing because we decided to actually guard them. No, I mean, we mixed it up really between whether we do a matchup zone or we play man-to-man defense. So we went kind of back and forth really until the fourth quarter, and every head coach in this league is going to sit up here and say they have the most phenomenal coaching staff, and a lot of times I make eyes at ours, and sometimes I think they should talk under their breath a little bit more about me. But they were making suggestions. We adjusted. They had great ideas. We were able to have some success, change of the dynamic of what we were doing, and it ended up working out.
Okay, from what I've been told, this was your first single-digit difference win this year.
Yeah, you're right.
Not a bad time to do it.
No, it's March. No, thank you. We'll take that.
Okay, so you haven't been in that situation obviously very much this year. What does that say about this group to be able to pull out a game?
Well, I'd love to hear what they have to say, but I also think we've gone a couple of games of where we have gone into overtime, where we've had really close games, and we've, at the very, very end, in trying to secure a win, have sent things into overtime. And so I do think we're a very competitive group, but, just to your, thanks for the stats, but just, really impressive for us to be able to do that.
Yeah, I think even though we play a lot of young people, we have a very veteran team, just in the fact that everybody stays composed. You see a sophomore stepping up and making huge free throws at the end of a game like that, like Katie Denneber did. So I think we're made for games like that. I feel like personally, I think we have great composure and we got a lot of people that can step up and make big plays. So
I think we practice that every week, every day, and just 5 players on the floor, being aggressive, looking to score. And I, without a doubt, thought every free throw that Katie was shooting was going in. So, yeah.
we won 3 quarters.
What do you think when you're in that situation, when you see your teammate step up to the line and hit those free? I think it was 6 in a row.
Yeah, 6 for 6.
It's going in.
Yeah, without
I don't think anybody doubts it's going in, especially someone like Katie who's consistent day in and day out. I think everybody knows the second it goes off her hand, it's going in.
Yeah, she's a baller.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's a bulldog.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, look ahead. Number 1 seed waiting for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. That's March.
Yeah. Well, I think overall we need to enjoy this one. I think we need to, obviously refresh, rejuvenate everything that we can do. But as I said in the locker room, we get to put the uniforms on tomorrow, and so really, really excited for that opportunity. And this squad will be ready. They have been each and every game, and just excited to keep things rolling in March.
Good?
Good.
All right. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
something to help us out around here.
Appreciate the love,
Kind of make you feel at home, dude. If I wasn't giving you crap, you'd be worried.
You're right. Good point.
Of course, the Bears do that on a Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Why wouldn't they?
Still inconvenient.
Joined by Missouri State head coach Beth Cunningham, who's joined with Sydney Wilson and Nia Thomas. Coach, just an opening statement about the contest, and we'll open it up for questions for anyone on the dais.
Yeah, just, I mean, obviously I think it was a great game. You know, two teams played really well, and certainly disappointed to be on the short end of it, but really proud of our kids. I mean, I thought they gave everything they had. It certainly wasn't for a lack of effort, and have to credit Drake for, you know, stepping up and making plays down the stretch when they needed to. But proud of our kids. You know, it was a great game. I'm sure it was a great game for the fans. Just disappointed to be on the short end of the stick with it.
Thank you, Coach. Questions from the floor?
Nice, excuse me, nice start for you. at the fourth quarter to open a lead. What transpired to get the lead, and then what happened once you got it and ended up losing that lead?
Well, we were able to, I mean, we got stops and we got defensive rebounds. You know, we felt like that was the biggest, obviously the biggest key of the game for us. We're so efficient offensively, but we were able to get some stops, got some big boards, and then, you know, came down and, you know, kids stepped up and made plays within our offense. I think we were up, was it 7 with 4 minutes left? 8 with 4 minutes left, so. You know, we certainly had our chances. You have to give them credit for stepping up and making plays and not panicking. Just disappointing.
How do you wrap this up, ladies?
I'm just proud of how we played. Obviously it sucks, but that's a good team. You know, we just fell a little short.
Other than scoring more points and getting the win, what would you change? How could that game have ended differently?
Maybe just getting more stops in a row. You know, even though they went on a little run, you know, we knew that they were going to do that, and we just needed to, you know, stop their runs in order for us to get our momentum back.
Still had a shot at the end. You only have 1 second left. Was that about as good of a last second shot as you could get in that situation?
With the 1.8?
With 1.8?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have any timeouts left. I mean, KT, we know, can throw the ball the length of the floor. And, yeah, I mean, we got a great look out of it. I mean, as good a look as you're going to get. But it doesn't come down to us missing that shot. There's other things, you know, throughout the game that if we would have tightened up a little bit, you know, would have helped us with the outcome. But, yeah, I thought our kids throughout, we did a good job executing. We got looks we wanted. You know, kids made plays at critical times. Just Drake made a couple more at the end.
Looking forward, do you guys feel like you have a postseason bid awaiting?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, coming into it, hadn't really thought anything beyond just, you know, trying to put ourselves in the best position possible to win this tournament. I felt like we could. You know, we'd beaten every team in the league except for Valpo and Belmont, and, you know, really wanted an opportunity to play them again. And but I think if you look, you know, over the course of our season, you know, 20-win season, like, no question, you know, we're a team that should be in the postseason. I'm disappointed it's not the NCAA tournament. You know, I've given anything to get Anaya and Sid back to the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's the goal. But I certainly feel like with what we've done this year, there's no question in my mind we should be in a postseason team.
You're good. Ladies, thank you. Thank you, Coach.